Roger, roll with Linus.
My name is Darlene Cavalier. I'm the founder of SciStarter and Science Cheerleader, two of the organizations involved in Project MERCCURI. The third organization is UC Davis. So Project MERCCURI is one of the research projects about to set sail towards the International Space Station via SpaceX, courtesy of Space Florida and NanoRacks. Will be compared against each other, and the growth rates will be compared against their counterparts, which will be left at UC Davis. The second part of this research project involves having the astronauts actually swab the inside of the space station in high-touch surface areas. So they will be swabbing for microbes, and we will get a glimpse into what lurks on the International Space Station. We'll compare that to the 48 samples that we sent up there, which are everyday types of bacteria. And then we'll also compare that to the third part of this research project, which involves thousands and thousands of people. And this is collecting 4,000 microbial samples from all over the country and sending them to Argonne National Lab, where they are sequenced and fed into something called the Earth Microbiome Map. So we'll get a snapshot of where bacteria are, how they behave, comparing that to the very carefully controlled environment of the International Space Station. And Science Cheerleader, an organization of more than 250 current and former NFL and NBA cheerleaders who are also scientists and engineers. The research has three components. The one we're extremely excited about today, for obvious reasons, will be heading via SpaceX to the International Space Station. And these are 4 carefully selected microbes. The microbes will be compared for their growth rates on the International Space Station, which, as we know, has a near zero-G environment. We'll look at their counterparts left on Earth at the UC Davis lab. We'll compare their growth rates to each other, and we'll also ask the astronauts to swab the inside of the space station. So they'll be sending us samples of microbes, germs, that live on the International Space Station. So that's 2 components of this research project. The third, which is also very exciting, involves thousands and thousands of people from all over the country who have been collecting microbes from their own shoes and cell phones. All of those samples get sent to Argonne National Lab, where they're sequenced and fed into what's called an Earth Microbiome Map. All of this is available and open to the public. You can go to spacemicrobes.org to see what we're finding. You can go to spacemicrobes.org as well to understand the growth rate comparisons that are happening on the space station. As soon as we find out, you'll find out. You'll also learn there what kind of microbes the astronauts did collect from the space station. And I would like to add one thing. The samples that are sent to the International Space Station are safe. They're common bacteria, and they were collected from the most fascinating places, including the Liberty Bell, Sue the T-Rex, the Philadelphia Phillies Stadium, the San Francisco 49ers Stadium. So in carrying on with that sports theme, when we have this race in space, it will be positioned as a microbial Super Bowl in space, and we're very we could not be more thrilled at the level of public enthusiasm that has been exhibited through this project, through the thousands of people that have been involved in collecting the samples or sharing information about this, or just as anxious as we are to see the results. So we can't be happier about this whole activity. And of course, flying on SpaceX, that's not too shabby.